I'm going to talk about an application that I use to help me improve my French. I wanted to do this video in English and in French to practice my French, and in English in case people who do not speak French and do not want to read captions want to know about the app Tandem. So I am going to be talking about Tandem, which is a language exchange application for iOS. Before you can use Tandem, you need to set up an account. You will do that within the application. You can use either Facebook, Weibo, or your telephone number to set up an account. I do not like Facebook that much. I have a page, but I do not really use it. So I used my phone number. Since I have already set up my account, I cannot really show you what happens when you create one. I do not have another phone number to use, and I do not want to link my Facebook account. But when you create your account, you will be asked 3 questions, and your answers to those 3 questions show up on your profile. So just know that when you're answering the questions. There are also maybe one or two other promises that you're presented with, one of them being that you promise you will not use the application as a dating app. So let's go ahead and open up the app. I'm going to select it here. After you set up your account, when you open the app, it opens to this page that shows people that may interest you for speaking. If you see at the bottom of the screen, you have community, so those are the people in the community. There's also a tutors tab. These are actual tutors. It costs money. I think you can get maybe the first 15 minutes free, and then after that you have to start paying. So I have not used this part of the app, but it shows what they are tutoring, where they live, how they are, that kind of thing. And you can use these tutors to help you with your language as well if you want to pay. You have messages. This is where your conversations will show up once you start talking to people. So on the left side here, I have the people that I've communicated with. And if you click on one of the people, you'll see the conversation. This is also where you can see their profile by clicking on the gray button with the person here at the top. Let me close that. And you can call this person by clicking on the green camera button, and you can follow them by clicking on the feet. With the camera button, when you first start the call, it will be a normal call, but you can switch it to a video call. You can switch back and forth. You can switch to your front and back camera. So you get to choose. When you first do it, it will ask to have access to your camera and to your microphone, just like any other app that uses either. On the following tab, this will list any people that you are following and give you suggestions for people that you might want to follow. If you click on the tab in the middle here, these are people that are following you, and you can also block people. And then the last tab is your profile. So it brings up this window. You'll set this up when you first start, but you can edit and change it. So you can put pictures in here. To change your pictures, you will just click on the add and edit images. And so you can put up to 6 pictures here. And if you wanted to change your front page picture, you could just click one of the others and that will become your front picture. So I have 6 pictures here. Once you have your pictures in, just click done. And then people, when they see your profile, can scroll through these images. So they can see the images that you've put up there of yourself, and you can see theirs. Under that, you see a section for topics. This is another thing that's asked of you when you first enter the app. It asks you to select a topic. You can also have more than one topic going on. I just have this one that I chose when I first set up the account, and I have not really talked to anyone about that. It's just something that you have to do, and it was the best one that I could think of, so I just put it so that it would let me go to the next step. You'll also be asked about your languages, so you can say what language you want to learn. I'd like to practice my French, as you know, and what language you speak. And so I speak English. Some people will have multiple languages here. You can put those when you first create your profile, or you can add them as you learn more languages with this plus button here. It's going to ask you your age as well, so you'll put that in, but you can edit it if you want later. And like I said, this peach section here, this is what you will have entered when it asks you the three questions when you first create your account. So this is what I put in when I first answered those questions, but you can also click edit and change them. It just opens a box that you can change them, and you can choose whether they're showing on your profile. So I have done some editing to mine once I realized they show up on your profile. This section here, you can choose whether you want women or men or both to be able to see you. So you have a little bit of control over that. You can also choose the age of the people that you want to talk with or see. It can go, let me see, from 14 to 50 plus. And so I put it up a little higher so that I get only adults. There's also options to write an app review. You can send feedback. There's an about section, terms of service, privacy, imprint, payment data, etc. You can sign in and out of your account, and you can even delete your account if you do not want to use it anymore. I'm going to go back up here to the top here. So you can see on my picture I have this 10 good vibes here. You can basically send good vibes to a person after you've had a phone call with them. You cannot do it if you're just messaging the person. After you have an actual phone call with them, then you can send them good vibes and put a review on their profile. You can also up here see your profile as other people see your profile by clicking preview profile. So I'm going to do that now. And so this is how my profile looks when other people see it. You see the same type of boxes, and you can see here at the bottom I have one review that someone left for me. So you can still scroll through the pictures, and if I had more than one topic here, you could also scroll through the topics. So that's pretty much your profile, how it looks when other people see it, and how you can edit it if you want to make changes to it. So I'm going to go ahead and close that. I'm going to go back to the Messages app because this is where you'll do everything basically. Once you start talking to people, this is where the conversations will happen. In this, you can also send pictures. Let me see if there's someone who sent me a picture before. So here, someone sent me a picture of some food. So you can receive and send pictures. You cannot receive and send videos at this time like you can in something like WhatsApp, but you can at least send the pictures. I'm going to go back to the community now. So this is where you will start, where you will find people to talk to. What it does when you first set up your account is shows you people who fit what you said about your language preferences. So I speak English and I want to learn French, so it shows me people that speak French and want to learn English mostly. But you can change this. If you click on filters, then you can change it to show what country people live in. You can select that. You can show just the people that you are following. You can show people that are near you, and you can show people by topic as well. This up here on the left, study buddies, those are people that are learning the same language as you are. So that would be, in my case, other people who are trying to learn French, and you can have them showing here too if you want. I really haven't used these filters that much. I played around with them a little bit, but for me, a person who wants to learn French, having it like it is really the most beneficial. I'm going to close that. So I'm just going to click on somebody because this is what it will be like when you first use the app. Just going to pick this person, the first person here. So when you click on someone, it shows their profile. You see under their picture, there's the button for a phone call and a message. There's the follow button and all of the other things that we already saw. So if you want to initiate a conversation with a person, you'll click the message or the phone call button. Most people usually start messaging a person first to find out a little bit about them, to decide whether or not they want to talk to them more. So I would recommend that as well. This app has notifications. I'm not sure if you noticed earlier in the video, someone actually sent me a message while I was videoing this. I think it was actually this person here. So let me see. Yeah, he sent me a message while we were making the video. So you'll get notifications while you're in the app, and if you're out, you can have them going so that you know if someone messages you. While we're on the messages page, you can also set yourself to online. If you see in the upper right hand corner here, your picture shows there. It has a green dot there, meaning that I'm active right now. If I click on that, there's also the option to switch to offline, which I guess I should have done before I started this video, and maybe I would not have gotten a message, but at least now you can see how it is when you get messaged. So you can switch to offline or online. So that's the general gist of the application. It's pretty simple to use, pretty simple to set up. I have mixed feelings about this application. I was pretty excited when I first downloaded it. It's free, and I was thinking, oh, great, I will be able to find other people to exchange with. And I kind of got excited with the question at the beginning where it said, you know, you promise you will not use this application for dating. And I was like, good, because I don't want that. I want to be talking to people and learning a language and help people learn English. Well, unfortunately, there are plenty of people on here who use this app for dating and flirting. So that's kind of why I have mixed feelings about it. In my very first conversation, a guy asked me to marry him. He also asked me how to get a scholarship to come to America. In another conversation, another guy asked me to take off my clothes. This was in a video chat. I'm like, no. So that was that. Another guy, all he wanted to do was talk about making love and coming to his country so that he could do it with me. So there are a lot of people on here who are using this for flirting and dating, and I am not sure. Because of how I have it set up, I do not see many Americans on here, but pretty much everyone I've spoken to always says, "You're the first American I've spoken to." I do not know if that's what they're just saying or if it's the truth, but it seems like it's a fascination to them. Um, and that kind of makes that situation, the dating and flirting, a little bit worse in some cases. But I do have to say, there are a few people on here that I have found that genuinely want to learn another language. They genuinely want to learn English, and in return, they're willing to help someone with their French. So there are people on there who are actually here to learn languages, but you have to wade through the waters to find them, because a lot of people, there are a fair share of people, maybe more people on here that are using it for dating and flirting than for learning a language. So that was kind of disappointing. But because I have found a couple of people that seem genuine and want to learn a language and want to help me, I'm going to keep using it for now. I recommend you try it for a week or so. I've actually only been using it for a week myself, and you see that, I've made interactions with a lot of people. So, there's a lot of people on here to talk to. If you're patient and you're careful and you really, put some time into getting to know people before you do a call, you'll see that there are people on here that may be able to help you and that you may be able to help as well. As far as the tutors go, I guess just average people can become tutors. If you go to their website, they have information about becoming a tutor, so that may be of interest to some people. They have some kind of screening process for that, but it seems like anyone who knows about it or uses this application can try to be one at least. I'm not sure how involved their screening process is. So those are the basics of the application. Tandem, it's another option if you want to talk to people who are native speakers because you can see where people are from, where they live. Um, and you can see whether that's their first language or only language. So you can find native speakers to help you practice your language of preference, and it could be good if you can find those people. You just have to kind of do some searching. So that's Tandem, and that's just another thing that I've started doing to help me with my French. Au revoir.